You might think you're tired because the year was busy, because you worked too much, because you didn't sleep enough. But that's not the real reason. The exhaustion you feel at the end of the year is different. It's heavier, quieter. It doesn't disappear with a weekend of rest. That's because it isn't physical fatigue. It's neurological. Your brain is tired. For months, your mind has been operating in high performance mode, planning, deciding, adapting, switching contexts constantly. Every message you answered, every deadline you managed, every expectation you tried to meet, all of that work happens in a specific part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex. This region is responsible for decision-making, self-control, focus, and emotional regulation. And unlike muscles, it doesn't recover quickly when overused. By the time December arrives, your prefrontal cortex has been running without real recovery for almost an entire year. But there's something else happening beneath the surface. The human brain is deeply sensitive to cycles. Beginnings and endings matter to us, not logically, but biologically. As the year comes to a close, your brain starts doing something quietly and automatically. It reviews, memories resurface, unfinished goals reappear, old promises whisper again. This process activates the brain's default mode network, the system responsible for self-reflection and autobiographical memory. It's the same network that turns on when you stare out of a window, when you replay conversations, when you wonder who you've become. And this internal review consumes enormous mental energy. You may not notice it happening, but your brain is working overtime, trying to make sense of the past 12 months. What worked, what failed, what changed you. At the same time, modern life never allows this review to complete. Instead of reflection, we add more stimulation, more noise, more screens, more obligations disguised as celebration. Your nervous system never fully switches off. Stress hormones like cortisol remain elevated. Dopamine systems become depleted. The brain's reward circuitry grows quiet and unresponsive. That's why even things that should feel enjoyable don't. You're not ungrateful. You're not broken. You're neurologically overloaded. There's a name for this state: decision fatigue. After thousands of choices throughout the year, big and small, your brain loses its ability to evaluate, prioritize, and care. Everything feels heavy. Even simple tasks feel overwhelming. This is why motivation collapses in December. Not because you lack discipline, but because the brain is protecting itself from further demand. And here's the part no one talks about. Exhaustion is not your enemy. It's a signal. The brain doesn't recover through productivity. It recovers through meaning, through silence, through low stimulation, through moments where nothing is required of you. This is why real rest often feels uncomfortable at first. Your brain isn't used to stillness anymore. But if you allow it, if you slow down instead of pushing through, something remarkable happens. Your nervous system recalibrates, stress hormones decrease, emotional clarity returns. You don't suddenly become energized. You become lighter. So if you feel drained as the year ends, don't judge yourself. You're not weak. You're not failing. You're human, with a brain that has carried an entire year of thoughts, fears, decisions, and hopes. Maybe exhaustion isn't a problem to fix, but a threshold to respect, a quiet invitation to stop running forward and finally arrive. This is Unveil, where science meets stillness, and the mind is finally allowed to rest.